Okay, Unit 3 project. We are going to be making animated GIFs, which you have been doing for most of this unit. So I want to show you your project requirements. So you're going to be making your own GIF. On the next slide, you're going to see some options. You have to choose one of these options to make a GIF for. You're going to submit it in Canvas. You're going to use Keynote. You're using your own photos. Notice it does not say screenshots. Using transitions, animation effects, doodles, text. Your options. You have 5 choices for this project. The last one on here, passage of time. I only recommend you do passage of time if you are starting this project early. If you are starting when I say to start the Unit 3 project, you're too late. I don't recommend passage of time if that is the case. However, that still leaves 4 fabulous options for you. So the first 2 I want to talk about are the nuts and bolts GIFs. So for nuts and bolts, when you guys watch the show, when you see the lunch slide and the happy birthday slide, there are GIFs on those slides. And remember, a GIF is just the decoration on the slide. It's not the slide itself. You're not telling us what's for lunch. You're decorating the slide that tells us what's for lunch. If you have questions, you can go back and look at some old nuts and bolts shows to look at those 2 GIFs. Okay? The diversity morph. If you click here, it will link, if you are in presentation mode, it will give you the link for the next slide. So this is the link. Whatever comes up, you may see copy and slide, whatever. That's the link, okay? If you go to that link, you will see more explanation on that, okay? So the nuts and bolts, GIFs, your own design, your own creation, one that could fit for the lunch slide or one that could fit for the birthday slide. For the diversity morph, which is on the next slide, slide 4, you are going to photograph faces or hands. You want them to be at the same angle, like we did with the morph a photo, how it was the exact same picture duplicated. Well, for this one, you can't do the exact same picture duplicated. So you need to try to get it in the exact same position, get it as close to the same size, same place, crop as needed, right? And get them rearranged, rotated, whatever you need to do, so they appear right over top of each other. And when the slides change, it looks like you are dissolving one hand to the next. Okay? Faces or hands. And remember, you're talking diversity. So you want different genders, different hair colors, different skin tones, different everything. Whatever can be different, you want to try to make different. And you want to take many of these. Okay? The other option is sequencing routine. So you're going to take an everyday task, like making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or whatever. And you are going to think of every single step involved. What do I do when I'm making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Okay, well, first I go to the kitchen, I go to the pantry, I get the bread, I get the peanut butter, I get the jelly, I get a knife, I get a spoon, right? So all these things are steps. You have to take a picture of every step. Then you're going to put each photo on a separate slide and use your transitions in Keynote to animate your routine. Okay, you may have to explain the steps using text, whatever. And the final choice, passage of time. Remember, I do not recommend this one if you are starting this assignment on the day I tell you to start the assignment. This one would be a good one if you are starting early. Okay, so passage of time. What changes over time? Now, you don't have years, so you're not going to want to do like someone's face, right? If I could take a picture of your face every day on your birthday for 20 years and put it together, that would be a really incredible passage of time GIF. I don't have 20 years. You have 2 days. So if you want to do something like this, you need to come up with something like taking pictures of the sky at a certain time of day or twice a day or every hour during one day or whatever it is. But you want to show change over time. Okay. You may want to do something like a melting ice cube. You could do your bathtub filling up. If you're going to take a bath at night anyway, why not? You could do, whatever you have that makes sense. Okay. Last, the rubric. Make sure you read both slides for the rubric. Okay? Both slides. So I'm looking for transitions and animation effects. So think of the things you've learned. That's going to be things like a dissolve transition or an animation effect like magic move or bounce or jiggle or anything where you have to click add transition or add animation, add build in, add build out, whatever. Anything you're doing in there, that's an animation effect. All those things that we've learned. Enhancements, that's going to be your text, your doodles, your graphics, adding shapes. Anything like that is going to be an enhancement. Content, you were given a topic or you picked one of the given topics. Did you follow what you were supposed to do? Creativity, am I getting 12 of the exact same thing? Or is yours one of the only? Your color choices, that's going to be your background, your text, your graphics. Not only do you have color, but they go together well. It's not too hard to read your text because your colors are, wonky or whatever. So think about your color choices and how to use a variety of colors without detracting from what you're trying to say.